So I want you to close your eyes and feel comfortable wherever you're sitting or lying down, and just relax and listen to the sound your body makes when you take breath in and when you let it out. Just spend a few moments listening to the sound, bringing your breath off of autopilot. We're going to take control. We're just going to focus on the sound that the air makes, that our body makes as it moves gently to accommodate the air. And just listen to the sounds that are always there, but you don't really ever connect with them. And we're just focusing, listening, absorbing, and even feeling the sound. Feeling the sound that our tongue makes in our mouth, so close to our ears, so close to our throat and our vibrational antenna. There are lots of sounds that are actually all part of our body doing its wonderful magic, keeping us alive, like our lungs and our heart, which rely on us breathing in the air. So when we come into meditation, we're actually doing some blessing and thanksgiving and authentic expression of gratitude for being alive, for having lungs and a heart and a body that breathes, that lives, that strives and struggles to keep you here on this planet, works very hard without any help. So all we're doing is just giving our body a little helping hand and focusing on the breath, focusing as it comes in from the air outside and it becomes part of your body. It fills up every corner before it leaves, as gently as it came, just like the sea, moving into the shore and away from the shore, moving into the shore and away from the shore. Those same waters lap inside our bodies, and we're cleansing and purifying by pushing fresh, powerful oxygen through every cell of our body. We're creating a state of relaxation. We're creating equilibrium, a softness and a gentleness in our body, a lightness in our heart that will pervade and permeate all of our exchanges and activities and events for the rest of this day, taking that calm with us wherever we go, knowing that if we start to feel any kind of tension or friction or resistance, we can just come back to our breath. There is no medicine, no drug, no temptation that can work quicker to bring you back to center than your own breath. And it's literally the elixir of life. So take a couple of nice deep lungfuls of breath into your body. letting it go. Feeling your body and your back get straighter as you breathe in. And gently relaxing. We're going to connect out into the universe while still standing on planet Earth. We're going to connect our chakras to each of the planets from which they originate. And we're going to give thanks for this piece of us, this part of us that lives inside us, that works for us and is always driving us for our highest good. You can call them angels, spirit guides, energies, spirit walkers, planets, luminaries, the light, the white light. They are all here in abundance, the gods and goddesses of nature, the spirits of all the animals, all the creatures, all the sentient beings in the earth, in the sky, and in the sea, and on the sand, and in the trees, and on the ground. All of nature is a spirit guide. She has such wonderful medicine and messages for us, if only we are humble enough to listen, patient enough to wait for her to speak and respond. When we give ourselves the time to respond, there is always so much more medicine that can be shared. So using our breath can be useful in so many situations. It is an energy source, it is a fuel, it is a tool. It can help us avoid conflict, it can help us share life when it is disappearing. And it can move mountains and oceans when it needs to. The water on the planet surrounds everything. It is the almighty element that gives life to all. There is nothing without water. So abundantly we give thanks to the water inside us, around us, that we drink, that embodies sound, that embodies our body, that replenishes the earth. Thank you, water. Thank you, aqua. Our earth star chakra is bathed in the waters of Mem. And our earth star chakra is governed and ruled by Pluto. Almighty Pluto, 1,000,000 miles away, but always right here. 6 inches beneath our feet. In the underworld, Pluto resides, or Hades, if you like. He goes by many names. Pluto is our earth star chakra, so we breathe in to all that is us, given to us by the earth. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. The earth star chakra leads us, rightly so, up the trunk of our tree, of our root chakra. Our root chakra is governed by Mars, Almighty Mars, the divine masculine. He of action, determination, fiery intention, but a watery, flowing heart. is our root. All that water inside Mars exists within our earthly body too. We breathe into our root chakra, feeling the energy of Mars. And we breathe out. Rising now into our sacral chakra. Our sacral chakra is governed by the moon, by Luna. It is our intuition, it is our emotions, it is our inner sense of ourself, who we are when we look within is our mirror reflection from the moon. So we breathe into our sacral, our emotional center. Bringing peace to the emotions. Breathe out. Rising and swirling up our tree into our solar plexus chakra. Our solar plexus chakra is governed by Jupiter. Jupiter, the king of all gods, the largest planet, luminary, forever swirling, forever guarding, forever peacekeeping, forever cheering us on and telling us exactly what we can achieve when we set our mind and our will to it. So we breathe into the power of expansion through Jupiter into our solar plexus. And we breathe out. Feeling that strength in our core. As we do that, we breathe in again to our solar plexus, feeling that Jupiter power, making us mighty heroes of our own story. Breathing in through the nose, feeling power in your solar. Breathe out. Leaping with power into the heart. Now all of the lower chakras have been opened and sprinkled with love and light. The heart is now ready to receive and receive in love, as she is governed by Venus. Venus, the Lady of Battles, the governess of the heart, the abundant bringer of nature and nurture to all. So we breathe into Venus through our heart chakra. And we breathe out. You can really feel that one. The heart will start swirling and twirling and spinning. Wanting to speak, wanting to jump out of our mouth, out of our throat chakra. With the power of Saturn, our throat chakra is enlivened. Saturn brings karma. Kronos is time, the slowest planet of them all. She makes sure there are no loose ends. She is always there listening and watching and setting tests because she wants us to grow. She wants us to evolve. So we breathe into Saturn, into our throat chakra. Feeling Saturn's power fill us. Not to be afraid of our karma, but to embrace it through owning our truth, through owning our throat chakra. If no one else is going to say it for you, you must say it for yourself. You must find your inner truth and you must speak it for yourself. That is our journey, that is our duty. The throat chakra plays an enormous, vital role in who we are, who we have been, and who we are to become. And who we are to become, we can see through our third eye chakra, which is governed by the sun, the light which shines through everything, the light with which we see, the light with which we see inside us also comes from the sun. Another giver of life like water. We cannot live without the sun. Nothing grows without the sun. And yet in the darkness where our third eye rests, she still illuminates. He still illuminates our third eye. We breathe in to that sense of intuition, of insight. Breathing in to our third eye. And breathing out. Out and up and through our crown chakra, wanting to take us up into the universe, up into the cosmic nest, back home. We are in the crown chakra, the place of knowing, the place of understanding, the place of intellect, understanding our own map, understanding our own DNA, knowing where we are in the world, knowing who we are in the world, knowing where we're going to go, knowing that we've already made that decision. Maybe we haven't told anybody, but we know what we're doing. We've got a plan. And we know Spirit has a plan, and we are working in harmony with Spirit's plan. And the planet that we associate with our crown is our Father Mercury, the great communicator, Apollo, Hermes, Thoth, is Mercury. He who communicates all knowledge and understanding and wisdom to each of the planets. He works on behalf of the sun as a messenger, and he always brings light from the sun to our hearts, to our minds. He gifts us with insight again and again and again. He wants you to see the light of the sun, because he stands in the sun's light all day long, all year long. He has a front row seat, and he's so dazzled. That's why he wants everyone else to see the light too, and see its magic and feel its power. So we thank Mercury with our crown, and breathe into our crown chakra, the top of our head, the lotus flower that opens us and connects us through the portal to the universe, our own portal of Mercury, lifting us out into the cosmic soup. We are now in the soul star chakra, governed by Neptune, governed by the ruler of the seas, the ruler of the oceans, the ruler of the water, from whence we began, from whence we came. Neptune, Poseidon, our ever-loving, ever-watchful guardian. Neptune is always steering our ship true, our our watery chariot pulled by Pegasus. We breathe into our soul star chakra, breathing into Neptune, giving thanks for the water that nourishes us and surrounds us, within us. And now we are floating on an ocean out in the cosmic soup, an ocean that goes on for 1,000,000 miles to 7 horizons, with a planet rising out of each horizon, different colours, different energies, different sounds that they make. It's a symphony, a celestial symphony in the sky, reflecting on the water of the ocean in silver and indigo and yellow and red and orange and green and purple and blue and brown. Remembering from where we came, underground, under the soil of the earth, all the way up through our heavenly body, the heavenly bodies within our heavenly body, all are one, as above so below, as within so without. This majestic symphony is happening within inside you. It is what makes you you, and it is what makes you part of the universe, many parts of the universe. And we're sailing on a beautiful, calm ocean, being guided, drifting, taken by the wind, taken by the air, towards a shimmering castle, rising up like a mirage out of the waves. As we get closer and closer, we realize that this is not just a castle, but a school, a mystery school of learning and wisdom and magic, a school of witchcraft and wizardry called Hogwarts. It is a school that you know well. It is a school where you are an initiate. And you are now, as you realize, sitting in a boat that has your house emblem on the front. The mast of your boat is your house emblem, your house animal. You know which house you're in, and your boat gently steers itself, like magic, into the boathouse with the same emblem above the archway. And in a magical great glass elevator, you are lifted from the boathouse magically up through the many levels of the school into the cozy common room of your house, where there is cocoa and cakes sitting on the table, hot and ready for you. The fire has been stoked and is burning warmly in the corner. And there is a book open on the table next to the chair. You sit down and take your shoes off, pull the rug, blanket up over your legs, and open the book. Helping yourself to some hot chocolate and some cakes, if you're feeling like it. Stretching your feet after that lovely trip through space, through the ocean, settling in comfy in your chair. You realize that there is also a card marked on the page that is open for you. The book says The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. The card says number 34 or 7. In your longing for your giant self lies your goodness. In your longing for your giant self lies your goodness. And it is a mantra on good and evil. And one of the elders of the city said, "Speak to us of good and evil." And he answered, "Of the good in you I can speak, but not of the evil. For what is evil but good, tortured by its own hunger and thirst? Verily, when good is hungry, it seeks food even in dark caves, and when it thirsts, it drinks even of dead waters. You are good when you are one with yourself. Yet when you are not one with yourself, you are not evil. For a divided house is not a den of thieves, it is only a divided house. And a ship without rudder may wander aimlessly among perilous isles, yet sink not to the bottom. You are good when you strive to give of yourself. Yet you are not evil when you seek gain for yourself. For when you strive for gain, you are but a root that clings to the earth and sucks at her breast. Surely the fruit cannot say to the root, "Be like me, ripe and full, and ever giving of your abundance." For us the fruit giving is a need, as receiving is a need to the root. You are good when you are fully awake in your speech. Yet you are not evil when you sleep while your tongue staggers without purpose. And even stumbling speech may strengthen a weak tongue. You are good when you walk to your goal firmly and with bold steps. Yet you are not evil when you go thither limping. Even those who limp go not backward. But you who are strong and swift, see that you do not limp before the lame, deeming it kindness. You are good in countless ways, and you are not evil when you are not good. You are only loitering and sluggard. Pity that the stags cannot teach swiftness to the turtles. In your longing for your giant self lies your goodness, and that longing is in all of you. But in some of you that longing is a torrent rushing with might to the sea, carrying the secrets of the hillsides and the songs of the forest. And in others it is a flat stream that loses itself in angles and bends and lingers before it reaches the shore. But let not him who longs much say to him who longs little, "Wherefore are you slow and halting?" For the truly good ask not the naked, "Where is your garment?" nor the houseless, "What has befallen your house?" And the prophet speaks of the past to guide us in the future by allowing us to be present and remembering that we are all one and that we are all connected, and our differences make us a beautiful rainbow, like a blanket that surrounds us all, keeping us all together and allowing all of our light to shine through. So now we're comfy, we're safe, we're warm, and we know that we have goodness in our heart. And whatever is happening around us, whatever events or activities or stuff is happening in your world, know that there is always goodness in your heart. No one can ever take that away from you. And when you place your good intention, when you place your goodness in your intentions, you will always be working with spirit. You will always be in tune and aligned, because you will be coming from your own heart. And that is the goodness that we all have and can share with each other. And I thank you for your hearts. And I thank you for this time with you. When you're ready, gently feel your body back into the room, back into the chair, or wherever you're sitting, making the intention that you won't jump up too quickly and forget these moments too swiftly, that you will carry a piece of this peace with you in your pocket, with you in your heart, and allow it to be a dove of peace on your shoulder wherever you go. Namaste.